from Nanak Lodge. One of my favorite meals when I got to travel to the UAE, and probably the first thing I ate when I got there, was chicken shawarma. It could come in the form of a wrap or a plate where you eat it with some bread, but the flavors are delicious, and today I'm going to show you how to make chicken shawarma. Shawarma can be made with chicken or beef, but it is a spice blend as well. I happen to bring mine home from the UAE, but you can get it online. One of the favorite places to get it is someplace called the Spice House. Check them out, they make a great shawarma spice. But it usually consists of things like cardamom and cinnamon and cloves and garlic and either pepper or paprika, some of those really nice spices that you rub into the meat and let it marinate for an hour or two, and then you put it on the grill. And in the Middle East and in Turkey, so if you've heard of maybe you've heard of doner kebab meat, you get that big spit. It's almost like a Greek gyro, right? They just stack it up. Well, I don't have one of those, but we're gonna recreate that and then get it out on the grill and get some great flavor. So there's as many varieties of accompaniments to shawarma as there is shawarma practically. But what I'm gonna do is take the shawarma spice, and I've got both chicken breasts and chicken thighs here. I love to use a mixture of both. You get a little leanness from the breast, but you get a little bit of flavor and fat, and we'll layer that up. So the fat from the thigh keeps the breast really nice and moist. So we'll season that with just a little bit of salt. And then shawarma is always served with a garlic sauce. And it really is some garlic and olive oil and lemon juice, just pureed in a blender or a magic bullet or food processor or whatever, until it gets really creamy and white. And it's not like super overly powerful garlic, but it's got really good garlic flavor, but it's not like taking a clove of garlic and eating it. And then the accompaniments are usually some pickles. I've got some Grillo's pickles here, some sliced onion, and you can serve it in with some bread. I've got some pita bread here that we'll serve it with, but sometimes they take like a flatbread, like a lavash, and roll everything together, so you almost get like a shawarma burrito or a shawarma roll. So you can do that too. Lots of different ways to do that. But what I'm going to show you today is how we marinate and cook this, and then we'll make the garlic sauce so you can see how that turns out, and we'll put it all together and have a great sandwich. The prep was quick and easy. I took and sliced the pickles just in half, just so they weren't such a big chunky bite in there. I've got some red onion that I thinly sliced. I like red onion because it brings a different color for all of this and makes it look pretty, but you can use whatever onion you have in the house. I rough chopped the garlic because it's all going to go in the magic bullet. I'm going to use the little magic bullet blender for this because it's such a small amount of stuff, but you can use a food processor or a regular blender. The chicken is in a bowl. I've got my shawarma spice and my salt. And now there's two ways to go about this. This is a fun little tool that if you thread the chicken on there makes kind of like a stack, so that you can have like a rotary grill or a spit that catches all the chicken juices. I'm the only one in my life that I know that has one of these. Shelly got it for me off of the internet somewhere. So don't think you need to have one of those. It's just kind of cool and fun to play with. What I'm going to use so that I can show you how to do it with the most common thing you have in your house is just this square cake pan. We'll layer the chicken in there, and then we'll put this whole thing on the grill. So I'm going to take the shawarma spice and salt, just put it all in there, toss it around, and I'll put it back in the fridge for about an hour or so. I just want the chicken to get some of that flavor before we put it all in the pan and on the spit. It looks like a lot, but believe me, you want that. There, everything's really good and rubbed with the shawarma spice. Into the fridge it goes. I'll put the garlic in, salt, lemon juice, and the olive oil. All right. The idea is just to get all the garlic and oil and the lemon juice emulsified and get this beautiful garlic sauce. We've got our marinated chicken. And so what I'm going to do is just layer breasts and thighs. So start with the thigh, and I'm going to kind of layer a breast right on there. And And then another thigh. And my breast. And finally the last thigh. So I've created this stack that's gonna go onto the grill and sort of simulate that stacked set of meat you see in that cone that they cook the shawarma in. I put the shawarma just right in the middle, and I've got a 4-burner grill. So I've got the 2 burners in the middle turned to low, and the 2 burners on the outside turned to high. We're just gonna let this cook. It is getting some nice char on the outside, but the middle is, as you could imagine, still pretty raw. So I'm gonna cover it with some foil and let it keep going. There. We'll seal it in, keep it from getting too dried out, and help it cook along faster. So I moved some of the middle pieces out and put them directly on the grill so they would get some char flavor and they would finish cooking. The others are sitting right here, just staying nice and warm and toasty, ready to be taken inside and sliced up. The chicken shawarma platter is ready, and boy does it smell delicious. Makes enough to feed a family, so I hope that you enjoy your summer picnic or summer gathering serving chicken shawarma.